bagel, and then I've been obsessed with this like egg frittata thing that I'm making. I wanted to show you all what the bottom looks like. It's kind of crispy because I put a little bit of cheese down. And then the top is just like almost like a poached egg. I don't actually love the yolks of eggs that much, so I don't know why I've been sleeping on just buying like the egg white carton for so long, but this has been my new obsession. It's so rare for me to find a new breakfast food that I like because I'm kind of weird with eggs sometimes. This is so, so good. Love it so much. Cheers. And then I've been going back to being gluten-free again because I don't know what it is with gluten, but it just always kind of fucks with my stomach. And these are the gluten-free almost everything bagels from Trader Joe's. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of salmon on. I love full bagels and lox kind of situation. One thing though about it is it never is filling enough for me, and I think it's just because it's mainly carbs. So that's why I always like to add a little bit of like extra protein on the side with like a hard-boiled egg or something that's got egg whites in it, because just this alone, I would literally be hungry in like an hour. Delish.
I see you in my thoughts and in my dreams. When I'm awake, you're almost next to me. When we're apart, I'm longing for your face. I need you here, I'm feeling out of place. My heart is yours, I'm giving it to you. No matter what
Another day, another class that has been completed. What a good class. I haven't been to a bar 3 class since I was in Colorado, and it was like many years ago at this point. But when the pandemic was like coming to an end, bar 3 was one of the first classes that I actually went back to, and I was in tears by the end of the class. Just sorry about that car that just drove by, but I was in tears by the end of the class because it just felt so emotional and exciting to be back in a workout setting. For me, workout classes are just like one of the places where I feel the most connected to God. I feel the most spiritual. It makes me feel so incredibly good, and I think part of it is just feeding off of the energy of all of the other people around you. Just makes me feel so centered and so myself, and I just love it. So the class today was really fun, and I really loved the instructor. She was so nice. I feel like a lot of instructors are very skeptical to do any modifications or alterations to people that are in bigger bodies, and I loved that she was like totally there for it. She modified me when she needed. She, you know, adjusted my hips if she felt like they were off, and I really appreciated that. Nashville is just, it's such a special city, especially if you're a person who's living in a bigger body. It feels like one of the most accepting and inclusive cities that I've ever lived in, especially when it comes to size. And I just really appreciate that. Again, this class was very much so full of pretty homogenous people, so a lot of people that were straight sized and also white. But I just really appreciate the care, the kindness, the compassion, the genuine interest in me, no matter what I look like. And that part is just incredible. So very happy about that. We gotta get clean. Better than a shower. Especially on the days when I wash my hair, because this baby, he was in desperate need of a cleanse. I finally bit the bullet and bought myself a hairdryer. Very excited about that, because sitting in front of my Dyson fan, while it was effective, it took forever. This is gonna be so much quicker now. And look how cute she is. I got the pink one with the turquoise. Just got that little magneticness to her. And I got it on Walmart for, I think like $120 or $140 off of the original price, which personally I thought that was a steal. And I love her. Hashtag winning. I actually think they have a ton of other options on their website too, so I'll make sure I link it below for you all if you guys want to get a Dyson hairdryer for yourself on sale too. I think it's refurbished, which is why it's a bit cheaper, but honestly, if it's recycled and it still works perfectly well and it looks brand new, like to me, there's no difference. just so excited to be spending some time alone. I feel like I've been really socializing a ton lately, and I love that for me. But I'm definitely the kind of girly who, while I love my social time, I also really value spending time by myself. Now, if you would have asked 21-year-old Kat, does she like to live alone? Does she like to be by herself? The answer would have been no, absolutely not. I fucking hated living alone. And the first time I lived alone, I actually only lasted like maybe 2 or 3 months, and then I made my best friend move in with me, and we had the best time ever. But I have learned so much about the value of having your own space, of having your own alone time, and of just like prioritizing yourself. So often people stigmatize or feel weird about spending time by themselves, and I think it's just so much more healthier than you actually think, especially if you can learn to do things on your own, like going to restaurants by yourself, going to movies solo, going on a hike by yourself. All of those things that you would assume that you could do with other people, you can totally do them by yourself. And honestly, sometimes it can be more fun because you never know who you're gonna meet, you never know who you're gonna encounter, and when you're with other people or in groups, oftentimes others are not as willing to approach you because you're not solo. Like, I feel like every time I go to dinner by myself or go on a hike alone, I always meet really interesting people, and I think it's because you're more approachable when you're not in a group. I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, I could never go to a movie by myself. I could never go to dinner alone. I just can't do that. I don't have the confidence to do that. But you totally can. And here's a couple of key tips. If you are new to the game of spending time solo, first and foremost, book your solo date in a time that's not at peak hours. So if you've never gone to the movies by yourself and you're kind of nervous about it, go to the very first movie showing of the day, because I guarantee you there will be like no one there, and you'll have such a great time. You won't really have anybody noticing you going into the theater, and then you can like work your way up to going at a later time in the day or going in the evening by yourself. But I think like starting small like that and just saying like, I'm gonna do one thing for this solo date today, and it's going to be this. Spending time alone is such a great way for you to really get to know yourself and understand what you like to do, what kind of dates you like. I think dating yourself is so underrated, and oftentimes people are like, oh my God, I want a guy or girl or whoever to take me out on a date, and I want them to, you know, do all of these romantic things. But so many times we don't even do those things for ourselves. We don't buy ourselves flowers. We don't take ourselves out to dinner. We don't take ourselves on trips, or whatever it is that you are wanting to do with a partner in life. You should be doing those things by yourself too, because life is so short to spend it waiting for another person to do the things that you really desire. There's 3 pieces of advice that I would give when it comes to going to dinner on your own. First and foremost, I would suggest that you consider going at the 5 o'clock hour. The early bird specials are always a great option. The bartenders are usually not as busy. The restaurant isn't as busy. Probably much easier for you to get a seat on your own. Like, there's just so many positives to being able to go at that time of day. And the second thing that I would say is really think about where you want to sit. There's 2 options. I personally am the kind of person that loves to sit at the bar. Sitting at the bar solo, it honestly opens you up to being able to meet other people, and you can kind of have fun and be flirty and do all of those things, and you can have your whole dinner at the bar, and it's just like a vibe, right? It's a great place to sit if you are a person who considers yourself to be more extrovert. If you're like, there is no fucking way you're ever gonna catch me sitting at a bar by myself, I got you, girl. This is what you need to do. Bring a book. Set up your reservation and ask for a booth, and bring a cute little book, or even watch a YouTube video or like a video or like your favorite Netflix show while you're eating dinner. It's just such a peaceful experience, honestly, and you're kind of in your own world and no one's really watching you or paying attention to you, and it's just a really fun way to get yourself outside of the house and to go to a restaurant that you might have never tried or really have been excited about trying. And then you feel like you kind of have that prop. You either have that TV show that you're watching on your phone or your iPad, or you have that book that you're bringing with you, just to make you feel a little more comfortable, like you have something to do if you don't know what to do sitting there by yourself. Personally, for me, this is something that I love to do so much, and I think I had to get used to it because in a previous life when I worked in admissions and for universities, I had to travel like half of the year, and you are oftentimes alone. You're not with other coworkers or with other people, you're just solo dolo, and it really requires you to learn how to be comfortable in spaces where you are the only person that is there, and not eat every single meal in your hotel. There's nothing wrong with that. You can totally do that, but I would still encourage you to challenge yourself to go for at least one meal that's not in your hotel room. Hair is looking good. I hope those tips are helpful for you all. I hope you feel more inspired to get out there, to take yourself on dates, to treat yourself the way you would want a partner to treat you, because you deserve it. All right, I'm gonna blow dry this hair and I will see you all in a minute. I feel so cute. The hairdryer definitely, it did it for me. It made it so much easier to get my hair done and like in record time, so much quicker than when I sit in front of my fan. But I'm ready to go, and I just opened the door and there was a package at my door, and it's a really exciting one. So I want to do a quick little unboxing before we go on our solo date. So everything that I got is actually from Anthropologie. It's for a project that I'm working with them on over on TikTok, and I'm so excited. It's all holiday related, and I love Anthropologie. They're probably my absolute favorite store of all time, especially because I used to work there. But yeah, so let's look at everything we got. Okay. I love it. It's like a, what is that called? Mohair feel or eyelash sweater. Super, super soft. Probably could have sized down, but I love like the vibrant blue. I think it's so pretty. Okay, moving on. This is such a tiny little bag. Also, I'm obsessed with dust bags. Like, oh, this was a surprise, a surprise. I don't know if they were meant to send this to me or not. I was not expecting this at all. This is not among the things I selected. This is very, very exciting. It's all the little minis of my favorites. I literally just ordered a new one of this because I haven't used it in like 6 or 7 months, because I've been using the Typology products actually for like a year. And when I ran out of this, I didn't replace it because I wanted to go through all my Typology first, but I'm almost out of it. So this is like my all-time holy grail favorite cleanser, and I'm so excited to be using it again. But this has got a little bag of all kinds of goodies. We love to see it. Okay, let's move on to the big mama jamma. So excited for this bag. It's definitely gonna be like my holiday bag of the season. I love metallics and silvers and golds, and this is both. I love anything that's little and like cutesy and petite and dainty, and that is what this is. Oh my God, she's so cute. Look at her. She's this tiny, teensy, eensy little bag. It's literally like the dream size. It's just big enough to fit all of the little things I like to take with me when I go out. And I do think my phone might actually fit. And it also looks like you can adjust it or change it or swap it out, but it's so cute. Okay, this next item is something that I already own in 2 colors. And I'm always like, if I like it, I'm gonna buy it in 15 other colors. And that is the skirt for me. It is just so gorgeous. I own it in this really bright citrusy yellow color, and then I also own it in black, but I think this is just gonna be so pretty for the holidays as well. Like, oh, beautiful. It's just a maxi cream skirt, and it fits me like a glove. I just love it so much. This one was hands down the item that is most outside of my comfort zone, and I just was like, okay, I have to try it. I have to see if it works or not, because it's so cool. It's very demure in my mind. Oh my God. Do we see this? Like, how cute would this be for a holiday party? Like, I am obsessed. I was worried that the sleeves weren't gonna fit my arms, but I totally think they are. The detailing, the quality, like, I love it. Cute little baby doll dress. It's gonna be so fun to wear. Cute little scrunchies that have these little flowers on them. A little kitten heel. This is like the perfect height for me. I'm kind of in love with the little metal detailing here. I just think it's so chic. A couple more things. How cute is she? The little bows. I'm dead. I'm literally dead. This with the cream skirt. Okay, last but not least, we have this really adorable faux leather skirt. I was kind of worried again that this wasn't gonna fit me because sometimes these kinds of skirts don't usually work for me, but I actually think it's gonna work really well. I'm like so excited about all of these pieces. They are just so cute. I think the TikTok will probably be live by the time this vlog goes out. What you should wear this holiday season based on your personality. If you know the best place in your city for a matcha latte, or on the clean girl aesthetic side of TikTok and aspire to have a capsule wardrobe, then babe, your vibe this holiday season is that of a minimalist. But I'm so excited for the holidays, and if you have an Anthropologie near you, just go in there, like smell all the smells, look at all the home goods. I love how they decorate everything. It's just so beautiful. It sets the vibe, it sets the tone. I'm just such an Anthropologie stan, and when they launched plus size, I think it was like 4 years ago at this point at least, I was just like ecstatic, and I can't wait to wear all of these pieces for the season. I'm so excited. Okay, so the plan is I'm gonna head to this neighborhood called 12 South, and it's such a cute little neighborhood. They have a ton of really cute shops and stores, all different kinds of things that you can go in and check around and see. It's just a fun little neighborhood to walk around, especially if you're solo. But first I wanna stop at this coffee shop that just opened there. It's so cute. It looks like a little bookstore inside. It's almost like a old converted home. That's where we're gonna go first, get a little caffeine, and then just walk around and enjoy the day.
Time takes a toll on everyone, they say. Time is merciless, it won't wait for us to change. Time, I am stressing out, I can't figure out what to say. Oh, time, just give us time. Time, looking back on pictures, and I find it hard to see you and myself in places where we used to be. Oh, time, we got older, babe, and I wanna stay with you. Don't got time for games. Now what you wanna do? Tell me now if you will go with me all the way.
So good.
Every night, every day, promise we'll never change. Are you gonna love me?
Oh my god, that was the cutest concept. It was part coffee store, part women's and men's clothing. So cool. I loved the vibe. The aesthetics were 10 out of 10, and the coffee was amazing. They actually make their own almond milk in-house. She's like, they literally slave over the almond milk, and it was absolutely divine. Delicious. So good. Loved the tops. but I couldn't really justify like $350 for a t-shirt. Do you know what I mean? I'm so excited. I got 2 pairs of shoes from, it's called UAL, which is United Apparel Liquidators. And so what they do is they sell all designer products that were from previous seasons, but they sell them at a much more reduced rate. And they had a pair of sneakers there that I have been dreaming about. I've pinned them on my wish list for at least a year, and they were $90. They are usually like anywhere between $300 and $600 for these sneakers, and to find them for $90 in such a cool colorway is like amazing. So this is them. The brand is called Premiata, and look how fucking cool these are. Like, do you see these? And they even have little leopard cheetah print laces. Like, I'm obsessed. These are a competitor to Golden Goose. They are made in Italy. They are 100% genuine leather. They're so high quality. I know they look like a basic sneaker, but they're so beautiful. And literally, do you see that? $90. $90, and in my size. It was meant to be. So excited about those. And then I got one other pair of shoes as well, which is from a brand that I had never heard of. It's called Cecilia, New York. Also in my size. Also, how pretty is the box? So gorgeous. These are going to be good shoes for like date nights, concerts. I love the detailing on the hardware on these shoes. Super pretty. It's got a really pretty little logo on the bottom. And these ones were $54. Steal. An absolute steal. I also did some damage at Mejuri. Look at the stack. Do you see it? It's gorgeous. I'm so obsessed. So I have a new little diamond wave that's really delicate. Can you see how delicate this is? I did a mix that they had never seen in store before. So I did like a chunky silver, this is solid gold, and then this diamond. And I love like the wave texture. I think it's just so beautiful. I'm missing my Gucci pinky ring here, but this stack is like dreamy for me. It's almost complete. Like, I'm so obsessed. I'm so obsessed. Anyways, I'm gonna go to this restaurant called EPICE, or EPICE, EPICE. It looks like it's not super full, which is a little concerning, but the vibes look like what I'm looking for. And I didn't really look at the menu. I was just like, okay, let's give it a try. So I'm gonna go head over there and get something to eat. And I think then we're gonna end this vlog. A 10 out of 10 experience. I will 100% go back again. I love, first of all, that they have Poppy on the menu. That is just a game changer because it's my favorite soda. And I got the skewers, which were phenomenal. I loved it. That was actually, what was interesting is that was their brunch menu, and their brunch menu is fantastic. It's very gluten-free friendly. It's very dairy-free friendly. So if you have any eating allergies, definitely consider adding this to your list. EPICE, EPICE. I didn't actually ask her how you pronounce it, but it was absolutely delicious. So hope you all had fun spending the day with me on my solo date, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.